the high seas. Pisces, cast my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hi Libra, welcome to your June 2019 reading with me. This month, you guys, I wanted to take out some oracle cards to get a further indication of what's going on for June. Now Libra, June is a combination of Gemini and Cancer energy. So for Gemini season, Geminis are dual signs. They have two twins in Libra. If you didn't know, the only other dual signs are Pisces and you. So Libra is also a dual sign like Gemini, and you're also an air sign like Gemini. So this energy is very dual, is very air. So I'm actually pretty excited to get you guys the oracle cards, because what I'm doing this month is I'm getting a card for, well, these need to be switched. But I'm getting a card, now there's something there about that, Libra, light and dark, switching sides or something like that. Please excuse the glare. I think it's symbolic for the sun to be shining, but I did notice in some of my other videos that it's a very awful glare. So I may get up and turn my blinds down if it gets too sunshiny, but the sun coming in like that, Libra, is actually a very, very good sign for happiness, warmth, joy. But anyway, Libra, so I have the Indigo Angel cards here, and I have the Wisdom of the House of Night. This is a combination of light and dark. I always take these cards out for light and dark. And I'm doing this because of Gemini season, and like I said, it's going to be really cool to get a card for you because you're the balance scale. You also have light and dark that you're balancing. So let's go ahead and just start with the oracle. Again, this is something from the light side. To me, light and dark is literally just the seen and the unseen. So this is something that you're aware of, something that you have clarity about, something that you can see, and then we're going to balance it out by looking into the unknown, looking into something going on under the surface. So let's get a card for the light. What is the message for Libra for June 2019? Give me one card for Libra. Okay, that just flew out, guys. Bottom of the deck is you are safe. You are safe to learn something new, Libra. We're going to put the underlying energy over there. This is the card that came out for you. The learn something new. Hopefully you guys can see that. Learn something new. This is a Sagittarius energy for me. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Let's get your dark message, and then we're going to read from the book. So this is going to be something that's going on underneath the surface, something that you may or may not know. And there it is, underlying energy of hope. So some of you are trying to keep hope. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. We have Aquarius and Sagittarius energy here coming up. Some of you are trying to keep hope even though everything seems to be all over in pieces, because we have the fragment card. This is a very special card for me. So I'm going to shut the blinds a little bit, guys, because it is extremely bright. And I want you guys to be able to see the tarot messages here. So hopefully that helped a little bit there. So yeah, Libra, this is a card that comes out a lot for me in my own personal readings. So I do know that the fragment card is talking about everything in your life somehow having something to do with another. You know, we'll read from the book just so I don't slaughter the meaning, but let's take a look here. You're learning something new from all the different pieces of your life, because we have learned something new in fragments, okay? Your light and your dark is here, something that you know. Some of you may know that you have to learn something new. Some of you may know something about a Sagittarius. There may be school energy here, something that you need to learn. It's kind of like an Eight of Pentacles energy, so you could be dealing with a Virgo or another earth sign as well, Capricorn, Taurus. And then what you don't know, Libra, what's happening underneath the surface is that you're kind of falling apart, honestly. You're starting to lose touch with there's family stuff, there's relationship stuff, there's money stuff, there's work stuff, there's just all kinds of different pieces of your life. But I'm going to read this to you to reassure you that all those pieces have something to do with each other and that you're always whole. Okay, let's read from the Indigo Angel deck first. This is your light energy, Libra. And as I mentioned, you are a balance scale. So this is really symbolic for what needs to be balanced in your life as well. So we have learned something new For June, some of you guys could be learning new things in June, whether that's teaching, learning, studying. Okay, learn something new. This is on page 27. Okay, I just opened right up to that. So there is new information waiting for you. This card asks you to initiate or finish studies on topics that interest you. When this card comes up, it is often a calling to start or complete something that you already know you should be doing. Let this be your confirmation that the time for this endeavor is now. This card also is a guide for you to meditate and have a conversation with the universe. Any question can be asked and it will be answered if you listen with an open mind and an open heart. Trust the feedback that you receive. Write it down and consider teaching this information to others. As an Indigo, you can easily recognize true divine guidance as it comes to you. Even if you feel that what you learned won't serve you in the future, please trust the angels that they are guiding you for a specific reason that you may not necessarily need to know at this point in your life. Have fun and try something new. So hopefully you got the message there, Libra. You know, there's new information waiting for you for sure in June. And this is asking you to finish any studies or topics. So you guys probably already know this, okay? You already know that this is about completing something that you already know you should be doing. It literally says that, and this is my you already know card. So whatever it is that you know you should be doing this month, Libra, it's those loose ends, okay? Those cycles that aren't completed yet, those projects, whatever it might be. I think you guys have an inner knowing of what that already is. So let this be the confirmation that the time for this endeavor is now. Okay, June is the time for you guys to get certain things done. It's the time to go on some sort of endeavor. It's the time to learn something new, apparently, and potentially pass that information on. Okay, and you may need to have a conversation with the universe here, Libra, if you have any questions. All right, but just make sure you're listening with an open mind and an open heart. So I'm going to let you guys sit with that. It's something that you already know anyways, and we're going to move to the opposite of this energy, which is, you know, something that's going on beneath the surface, something a little bit more subconscious. That's what the dark is, light and dark. It's not good, it's not evil. It's the seen and the unseen. So this is what you're not seeing about yourself. This is what other people aren't seeing about you, and I'm really wanting to read this card because I feel an energy where a lot of you Libras out there watching are really crumbling underneath the surface. Like you're trying your best to focus on newness. You know, you're focusing on whatever these loose ends are for you. But underneath it all, there's this fragmented energy. Okay, so let's read about this and apply it to what could be going on under the surface with you, Libra. All right, it's card 15. And it is on page 56. I know that by heart now that this card has come out so many times for me. So I literally feel you, Libra. This is a card that is literally just me. So sometimes it seems that life is split into so many parts, all of them separate and difficult to bring together. Family, friends, work, study activities can all seem unrelated to each other. But my child, you are always whole. Even at times when things feel separate and fragmented, that is only an illusion. Choosing this symbol reminds you that all the moving parts of your life are important. If the one you're asking about seems confusing, focus on the one that brings you clarity. Be here, now, and know that I love you and see you as beautiful and whole, regardless of how disconnected things may seem. Also, remember to take a step back when you're trying to understand something. You may be looking at one piece of the giant puzzle in fragments of truth. See the bigger picture through my eyes, and no matter what, all is well. So it did mention studying. I think some of you guys might be, I know it's like June, so a lot of kids are getting out of school. I'm not sure what's going on with the college, stuff like that. But there's just something here it might be a lesson learned. You might be trying new things, testing new waters with people. This is very temperance energy to me. So, you know, balance, patience, 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot in water. And apparently there's a lot going on, okay, under the surface with you, Libra. All right, and just know that even though all this may seem unrelated, you know, these pieces, maybe people, they're not exactly separate. It's kind of an illusion. So all the little things, all these different things going on, it may help you to take a step back and look at it all, okay? Instead of cutting our lives up into little pieces, maybe we should step back sometimes and just think of it as one thing. You know, especially for those of you guys who are feeling overwhelmed. I think you guys are going to understand that. So that's what I've got for you, Libra. I'm going to let you guys think on that, and we're going to put your cards up here just to keep the energy around. Okay, so we've got fragments and we've got learning something new. I feel like you're learning something new from all these little bits, these little things happening. Now let's get to the tarot. Okay, we're gonna break up. I don't know if you guys are new. If you are, welcome. But last month I tried something different. I learned something new where I pulled a tarot card for each week of June. I broke it down by week. I liked that. I'm gonna stick with that for June as well. But Libra, I was shuffling the cards before your reading and really meditating on your energy, and the Justice card showed up, and this is you. So before we start, I'm going to look behind you, 1 or 2 cards, and I'm going to see what exactly your immediate energy is, because you guys showed up during the shuffle. So you're ready for your reading. This is your energy. Some of you guys could be dealing with, well, other Libras, but this card, other than you, Libra, other than Libra, it does represent court, justice, the law, harmony, balance, fairness, okay, karma. So what's going on with Libra? We have the Knight of Cups. We have a Pisces here. We have a Scorpio. We have a Cancer. But I see Libra and Pisces here. And if it's not a water sign, if it's not a Pisces, then this is something coming to you, Libra. Since this is you, I really do feel like there's some sort of love message here. Okay, there's some kind of romantic quest. There's some kind of emotional message coming in, and it does look like it's coming to you, Libra, just based off of how this knight is facing you. I don't know if this is an offer of marriage with this card combination. Okay, now in some rare cases, Libra, you could be doing the love messaging, but for the majority of you, I think this is something coming to you. Some of you are dealing with financial conflict. You know, see, there's so much going on here. There's financial conflict going on. Someone here feels very left out in the cold. I don't know if someone here is in jail or isolated or feeling stuck. There's some negative thinking going on here about some unemployment, about poverty, about maybe even feeling homeless. Some of you guys may be feeling trapped in financial conflict in some kind of way. There's something you're not seeing. Okay, and then on the other end here, there's this love offer coming in. So we've got money, we've got love, we've got home, we've got family coming up here, just like the fragmented card said. So there's so much going on, Libra, but if anybody can balance all these things, it's you. Maybe you should narrow it down to the known and the unknown. It's easier to do things like that sometimes. Maybe you should narrow it down to what you can see and what you can't see. Either way, Libra, let's go ahead and get started with your June, okay? Give me the first card for the first week of June 2019 for Libra. So what did that look like? What was the first week of June like for Libra? And we have the 3 of Pentacles, okay, with the Page of Pentacles. So I don't know if somebody here got a new job offer or if there was just some financial stuff going on, because with this card combination, we're definitely dealing with earth energy. So reality, logic, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, finances, something you value. This is about working all together, though. So there are 3 significant people here. I don't know if some of you guys are in third parties. I know a few Libras who are in polyamorous relationships, so I just keep that in mind. That it's not always a third party. Sometimes it's literally a triangle, a love triangle. But this is a message coming in. Some of you may or may not have received some sort of money. There was a financial message about work or something like that. I don't know if this was an opportunity to collaborate with a thing that was already happening, but this looks like a job offer. And I just want you guys to know that it is June 11th as I'm recording this, so we're definitely into the second week of June. So some of you have already experienced this collaboration. Some of you guys have already experienced this work situation. We'll talk a little bit more about that. I just want to chime in this underlying energy. There's some kind of message here for the majority of you the first week of June, and it had to do with finances. You found a new job or something like that, or you found money at a job. Let's move into the second week of June for Libra. This could be something you're waiting on as well. You're waiting on to hear news about money or a job or something. Okay, second week of June, we got the 6 of Cups. So it looks like the second week of June, which is where we are now, it looks like it has a lot to do with love. It may have to do with children for some of you. There is someone here who has a child, and there's a job. There's something here. Now, the third party in this situation could be a child. We'll talk about that more when we have the rest of your cards. But what I see so far is the second week of June being very nostalgic. It's very a blast from the past. Like, I don't know if there's going to be people returning to you, Libra, from the past, but this looks like a very familiar week to you. You may run into old faces. You may run into old towns. You may just be experiencing emotion that you once felt as a child. Like, your childhood's coming up here, Libra, for those of you who don't have children yourself. And to make it even more interesting, the underlying energy is the Queen of Cups. So for some of you, there may be a water sign woman, whether it's a friend, a soulmate, a child. This is like balancing your emotion from the past, Libra, if you're not dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio woman. But the second week of June, this may be an emotional woman, a very balanced emotional woman that you want to return to, that wants to return to you. But others of you just need to balance your emotion, master your emotion, because there's going to be a lot of challenging, nostalgic energy coming. Okay, so this is about balancing emotion from the past, or a water sign woman from the past coming back. You have a lot of options. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune wanted to stick out there. Okay, so there's something changing here, and there's a lot of options here. This water sign may have a lot of options, or you may have a lot of options, one of which is that Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Or you just may be feeling a little bit overwhelmed emotionally. Okay, because there was definitely an ending here where someone walked away. I just so happened to look at this gnarly ass message. Like, some of you are confused emotionally, whether you're dealing with a water sign or not. But what happened was there was some deception, there was some lying, there was some cheating. Somebody tried to get away with something, and it came to a very backstabbing ending, and someone walked away. You can see the Eight of Cups there and the Ten of Swords at the end. That's somebody walking away, and that caused a painful ending. It had something to do with deception. Somebody had more options than what they were. You know, somebody was definitely juggling more than one person here, and that's all going on in the second week of June. So I guess the advice is definitely accurate to very much balance your emotions. Instead of being overwhelmed emotionally, try to balance it out, Libra. Try to master as much of it as you can. Let's look into the third week of June. The Nine of Pentacles, the single woman card. Okay, some of you guys are burdened financially, and all you're trying to do is be abundant. The third week of June is all about abundance. It's all about being single and ready to mingle, whether you're in a relationship or not. This woman is financially single. Somebody here wants to be financially single. I don't know if you're going to find out that somebody from your past is single. I do see a single mom here, a single working mom. I do see that just for a few of you, and obviously not all of you are going to resonate with that. But when we get the single woman, the Six of Cups, this is talking about children, a single mom, or, you know, a single woman with children who works. We got some pentacle energy here. Now, again, the Ten of Wands. This is telling me that there are going to be certain burdens that you're going to need to release the third week of June, Libra. This is going to be the summer solstice. This is going to be the Cancer season, the start of Cancer season. This is going to be the full moon in Sagittarius. A lot going on the third week of June, astrologically speaking. And I just feel like it's best for you to really maintain your abundance. There may be some good financial news, but it's linked to a burden. It's linked to some kind of completion, some kind of heaviness. So you may need to release a person, place, or thing in order to feel this beautiful, abundant energy. Okay, we'll talk more about that here in a moment. Let's get your last card for the last week of June. What's going on for the fourth and final week of June for Libra? We have that Queen of Cups popping back out. So there is a single water sign woman that is showing up. And look at here, the bottom of your deck for your entire reading is the Seven of Cups. So this has something to do, this whole month, this whole reading has something to do with feeling emotionally overwhelmed, obviously. Okay, but you're learning something new from all this, right, Libra? And there's a lot of options here emotionally. There's a lot for you to master and balance out. But let's just take this from the top. Let's talk about the first week of June, which we've already experienced. Some of you already know about this job. Some of you already know about this situation that needs teamwork. This is three people who are really, really trying to work all together harmoniously for the first week of June. And I think that they are. These three people seem to be cooperating. You know, there's these two people over here that have a plan. There's this other person over here who is initiating that plan. Okay, so I don't know if this was someone who had to step up and get a job done, but it definitely works better when everyone involved is working fairly. This is a cooperation energy. So there was something very, like, all the cogs were working together in this situation, whether it was a job, a family situation, a home situation, whatever it might be. But I think there's an emphasis here on the number 3, because I'm seeing 3 people. I'm seeing 3 people in this card. All right, so I don't know if this is a job. There might be a job from the past here that is significant for someone or something. There might be co-workers from the past that are like, there might be work might be nostalgic. So basically the remainder of Gemini season, the first 2 weeks, and this Gemini season is your 9th house, Libra. So I'm glad I just realized that, because with this learn something new energy, that is exactly what's going on for Libra everywhere, because Gemini is 9 houses away from Libra. It's an air energy, so Gemini season helps you guys expand your knowledge. It helps you learn. It helps you expand. No wonder I'm picking up on a Sagittarius energy, because the 9th house is Gemini for you. So, and then we have a full moon in Sagittarius, which is your 11th house. I'm sorry, no, not even close. It's your 3rd house. Sorry, I did that backwards. So full moon in your 3rd house of communication, Libra. So yeah, a lot to learn about, a lot to communicate. And definitely Sagittarius energy, because we're going through the full moon there. And you guys want to check out my full moon video. I already did a Gemini new moon, so you can watch my Gemini new moon video. And there was messages there about you guys learning and studying as well. Maybe even doing some long distance travel, because the 9th house is all about long distance travel. So there could be travel plans here. There could be new intent to travel more for Libra. But, whoa, back to the cards, back to June here. Just a lot coming out. We have the 3 of Pentacles for the first week of June. So I think you guys were just really focused on work, you know, something working all together, cooperation, some kind of teamwork, something like that, okay? And then we move into the 2nd week of June, where it's like going back to the past. There's a childhood energy here for those of you who don't have children. Some of you do. And I just want to show you in this card here, if you look in the back over here by this cup, there is a small indication of a man, or of a person, I should say, who walked away. They're in white right there. So I don't know if this is someone from your past coming back or something like that. It's going to be different for all of you, but it's very nostalgic. There might be something here about your past and how you're going to kind of, that may be one of the fragmented pieces, is what I'm trying to say, because there's just some kind of, I don't know why, but I'm really focused on this card for you guys, and I feel like that's because the energy of that card. Like, there was something about the first week of June that was significant. It taught somebody how to work all together or something like that. But then you want to be careful of the 2nd week, because then all the past comes back. You know, there are a lot of retrogrades, you know, Jupiter, Neptune, Saturn, Pluto, all of those planets are retrograde. We're going to have a Mercury retrograde soon. So when all these planets are retrograding, it doesn't surprise me that there is past energy showing up here. Children energy, childhood home, but also soulmate. Some of you guys may find out during the 2nd week or the 3rd week of June that a soulmate, someone from your past, is now single. So in that case, this could very well be a third party. But, you know, again, there's a single parent here, not necessarily a single mom, but there's definitely someone who's single with kids here. And if it's not that, for others of you, this is about, you know, someone coming back from your past who is now single or something. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a soulmate energy. Whatever it is, Libra, it's very nostalgic. It's very familiar. Even if it's from a past life, it might not be from your past. It could be as deep as your past life. And I think this is you know, again, familiar faces, people, places, and things. It's like deja vu almost. And a soulmate energy, it's a childlike energy, like feeling like a kid again. But we don't want to forget here that there is something here about a job or something the first week of June. This is what's confusing me the most in your reading. The first week of June, because, you know, I don't know, guys. Let's move into the 3rd week, though. You know, after this nostalgia, after this soulmate, after the past returns, after you walk down memory lane, the 3rd week of June is all about, you know, financial abundance. Okay, it's about being independent, being self-sufficient, right? This woman is alone. She's independent. She's standing in this garden, and she looks lovely. You know, she's secure, you know, very, very abundant woman or man. She is very close to the 10 of Pentacles, which is financial success in the future. You know, that's what she's trying to build for herself. And she's in this garden of abundance. But you guys want to also be careful of something that feels abundant to you that is also a prison, because this is the Gilded Cage card. In some tarot decks, there is a fence that can be seen around this woman. So be very careful of jobs or situations with children or romance that are financially comfortable for you, but also lock the door. You know, like if you can't get out of this abundance, if you feel abundant yet trapped with a person, place, or thing, it's still a prison. You know, I always say anything with a locked door is a prison, Libra. I almost said Capricorn, and that's hella random, because Capricorn is nowhere near you. Well, you know, whatever, you could be dealing with the Capricorn for sure, especially with this earth energy. But I feel an abundant vibe. I feel a single vibe here. I feel a single woman vibe, and I do feel that this is a soulmate who is single. Or there's something here about the past in being single back then. Maybe there was some kind of situation from the past financially, you know, because we have 2 pentacle cards surrounding this nostalgic emotion. So this is not the first time you've felt something, this financial stuff. So I think you guys are just working really hard at learning from your past about how to turn this 3 of Pentacles into the 9 of Pentacles, which is pretty much tripling your money, right? So there's something there about that. I don't know if somebody works 3 jobs here in order to maintain this abundance. They may have 3 different ways to make money, 3 different ways of making money that they value. There's something going on there, okay? But the 3rd week of June is all about your abundance, all about this garden that you're growing, Libra, planting these seeds of self-sufficiency. But I also feel some of you may be feeling single and independent, or wanting that, okay? Wanting to kind of fly free and do your own thing, because there's something that you've been working really hard on, even though the past is in between these 2 energies. Like, I don't know if somebody returns from the past and that has something to do. There might be a job from the past that you get, so now you have more than one job, and so you're really sitting. This is either something that you obtain the 3rd week of June, or it's something that you really, really desire, okay? Because this is quite the abundance here. Abundant woman, very self-sufficient, whatever that means. Just being able to hold your own self up. Ain't nobody else in this card, you know. And it's interesting because there are other people involved in your finances here the 1st week of June, Libra, but by the 3rd week, this is only one person here with all these coins. So I just think your money is going to get very important as well. And that makes sense because you had a full moon in your 2nd house last month. So this Scorpio moon cycle has been transforming the resources of Libra, the finances of Libra, to the point where when we get a full moon in your 3rd house, it's going to initiate all these cycles of communication about this, okay? So 3rd week of June, yeah, standing really proud with something that you've grown yourself. You grew this yourself, I'm seeing here, all right? Now, the last week of June, the end of June, basically, and this is Cancer season, might I say, all right? Remember, this is all your 9th house, but Cancer is your 10th house, Libra. So, I just find that odd. Yeah, Cancer is your 10th house. Sorry, guys, I had to look at my zodiac wheel, but yeah, Cancer, this is going to be your 10th house. So you're going through 9th house and 10th house energy, which is learning more about your career. Gemini was about learning, about studying, about traveling, about adventure, about expansion. But the end of June, things are going to take a quite serious turn, and it's going to it's like putting your career hat on. All of a sudden, you're going to be extremely focused on your future, which is why this 9 of Pentacles is coming in, because you're going to be going through career stuff. All right, there is a single water sign here. We have a Cancer here, a Scorpio, a Pisces woman. For any of you guys who are dealing with those male or female energy, but we have water sign energy here. This looks like a woman who's single, and just, you know, somebody here may feel better on their own. They may feel more emotionally balanced on their own, because this is 2 women. This is the same woman, I feel, but 2 different aspects of herself. Like, it's just peaceful, it's sound, it's quiet. I don't know what's going on there, guys. But as I was saying, you know, the end of June right here, this is your 10th house of career, and so that's going to be all about, you know, family when it comes to your career. We'll talk more about that on the new moon in Cancer, guys. But Cancer season is going to be quite the shift, because we have Mars there, we have the North Node there, so we're going to all be pulled to a different destiny. The end of June is aligned differently with destiny, For the first time, the sun and the North Node are going to be together in Cancer with Mars, okay, with Mercury. I forgot to mention Mercury is there too. So yeah, we got a lot happening at the end of the month. And what I'm seeing here, the last 2 weeks of June, is just about really getting yourself to a more stable place emotionally and financially. Like, I'm seeing stability here in two different ways. Okay, now, there may be significant water signs. For the majority of you, they're female, but it can be male. Everybody has masculine and feminine energy. But I do see a significant water sign woman in the emotions of her really being important the 4th week of June. If there's any water sign people at all around you, Libra, you could learn from them. This could be your energy, especially those of you who have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy significant in your chart. Others of you, this is just simply about balancing your emotion at the end of June, because there's going to be a lot of emotion in the universe anyway. Cancer is going to come in like a tidal wave, all right? And it's going to require us all to take action towards what we've been feeling under the surface, okay? And if anyone can do that, it's this Queen of Cups, right? She's very nurturing. She's very emotional, kind, you know, psychic, intuitive. All those qualities may be important at the end of June. Okay, this is a very emotional time here at the end of June. A lot of emotion coming in, but you sitting kind of soundly with that, Libra, balancing that. And again, someone here may feel emotionally single. There may be an indication here of someone who's kind of separated from someone, like someone's emotionally independent. This is about being able to stand on your own emotionally and not depend or lean too much codependently on someone else. All right, financial independence and emotional dependence, emotional security. Some of you may not be expressing the way that you feel, or there may be someone around you who is not expressing what they feel. I think someone here at the end of June is going to be thinking more about just being single, because someone here really does feel that that would be better. That would be better. I'd be way better on my own. I'd be way more financially secure on my own if I didn't have this to take care of or this to take care of. And some of you, it's a child involved as well. Okay, so very interesting, Libra. Let's check out the underlying energy of your deck or of your reading, and then we'll finish up here. So this has something to do with options. Okay, Libra, there's someone here with a lot of options. You could be feeling emotionally overwhelmed in June, and I think the most important time of the month is the end of June, where it's very important that you're balancing that. The second week, there's going to be a lot of emotion that unexpectedly returns from the past. The second week, okay, but yeah, so one of these options is an option of work. One of these options is an option from the past. One of these options is to be single. And, you know, who knows the other options here. But I always say with this card, you want to pick your poison. Because if you look inside all those cups, there's different shit in them, okay? So not all of these cups are even going to initiate a positive emotional reaction. So you just want to ask yourself, what is it that you want to feel? It's kind of like taking a shot in the dark. You know, this is a very fantasy-like realm, very Pisces energy. This is a dream that this person is having. You know, that's why he's a silhouette. Because this is a different realm. It's a subconscious realm where all these options exist emotionally. This is your subconscious trying to relay to you these different options. So it's about choosing one, Libra. You don't want to stand here and be confused forever for the whole June. You know what I mean? Especially when you have shit to work on. You got children. You got shit coming back from the past. You have financial abundance you're trying to obtain. And you got to balance all this out. So feeling really overwhelmed, you know, and this may have something to do with deception. You know what I mean? This may be an illusion. That you may be confused still about, you know, someone who's trying to get away with something. You may not trust somebody. You may not trust some of these options because they don't seem real enough for you as an air sign. They don't make intellectual sense. They're emotional. And that sounds like Cancer season to me. Where there's, you know, the legacy of your emotion coming up there. So yeah, there is something here where someone was trying to get away with something in broad daylight. Deception, lying, cheating, sneaking around, doing something, Libra. And that I don't know, there may just be an option here to take everything that belongs to you and run, you know, and be single. Run away with someone from your past, maybe. Now, this may result in, you know, financial conflicts. We have someone here who feels left out in the cold. Now, with this card combination here, holy shit, someone may take money from you. Somebody, you know, there just might be someone in the situation who's taken way more. And for you, Libra, that's not okay, because you're all about fairness and balance and justice. So for this energy right here, it's disgusting. Like, this is literally someone who is trying to get away with something, and it's making other people in the situation feel left out in the cold. Someone here, like, takes something, makes away, makes out like a bandit, leaves these other two, leaves two people. It may be these three. These may be people, or they're friends or lovers or something. These three people were working together at the beginning of June, but there's an underlying energy of one of those people walking away. So I'm questioning, especially if there's someone from the past that you start working with, Libra, by the second week, because I do see like someone from the past who comes back in, like a co-worker, or maybe you start working with a lover. There, you got some of you guys may work with romantic people that you're interested in. And I'm not sure what that has to do with your abundance, but be very careful of what's being taken from you, because someone here is being left really without. Someone here is really lacking in, you know, losing. There's a sacrifice here. Like, someone here is really left out in the cold because of someone. Look at that face. Look at the face on that guy. How smug he looks. Like, haha, you're homeless now. Haha. You have this to pay now. Like, and look at everything that I took. I took all this clarity for myself. I made this decision in this argument. And you, like, these two people are walking away. And this person's walking away too, but looking back like, bitches, haha. You know, but there's two people in this situation. It could be a mother and child for all I know, especially because I've seen that here too. There's a mother and child that I'm picking up on here that definitely may be experiencing some of this left out in the cold energy financially. And I think it's because someone takes something. And it may or may not be an Aquarius. Some of you are dealing with an Aquarius, because we have the King of Swords and the Page of Swords. So yeah, oh, and the Queen of Swords. Wow, Libra, look at this. Look at all that energy. Okay, first of all, this right here, this is a relationship. The King and the Queen of Swords, they're in a relationship together. They're mentally connected. They have, it's very important for this couple to have conversations and to communicate. But in between them is this is a child. Yeah, I'm picking up on a mother, a father, and a child. All of you are in the air suit. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius for sure. Especially because we have the star card. There is a male Aquarius showing up here. Okay. And maybe, like, I literally feel like somebody has Gemini, Libra, Aquarius parents. Like, there's a male air sign and a female air sign, and then there's this little young air sign in the middle. So for some of you, this is literally a child. The pages are sometimes younger children, and there's, like, some of you are all air signs: Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. If it's not that, there's some truth in the middle of these two people. I don't know what's going on here, Libra. I've never seen something like this. But you know, the Page of Swords is a spy. I don't know if these two people are spying on each other. It looks like there's a king here who does some spying on this queen. Okay, or he may have some words for her. There's definitely some things being communicated here, probably around the time of the full moon in your third house. There may definitely be some cycles of communication opening up where, Libra, you're finally saying some things that you didn't say before. Or maybe there's just some words being thrown around. Now, this Page of Swords doesn't always communicate. Yeah, look at his ass. He doesn't always communicate as well as Mom and Pop here. He doesn't always communicate as soundly as the King and the Queen of Swords. He's got some growing up to do, whoever this third individual is. This could definitely be someone exterior to your... This is a relationship. This is the King to the Queen of Swords. Like, this is symbolic for a conversation taking place in a relationship. It doesn't have to be air energy. It could be any two people. But when this happens, this is definitely two people that need to connect on at a mental level. There needs to be a truthful conversation. The truth needs to be said here, even if someone has to spy and investigate to get it. Because there is this I don't know why I'm getting a rough energy from this guy. But this seems to be someone in your it's a child or just someone exterior to you guys who also has a sword. So it's like there's this third voice in your relationship, Libra, that's less mature, doesn't even know as much, you know, needs to actually mature and become the Knight of Swords and then the King of Swords. Like, somebody here, there's two people here that feel way more mature than this third person. Okay, and I think that is also being iterated here because one of these people are up on a bench, okay, in a much higher, You know, two people have a plan, but the third person is acting holier than thou or something like that. Hard to work together with a situation like that, but holy shit. So, yeah, there's a man here that has something to say to a woman. I can put it like that, just so I don't confuse anybody. There's a man doing some spying here on a woman. And you can see the queen, she's got her hand up. She's got her hand. So if we look at it like this, there's also some truth coming in for a woman. There's some information coming in for a feminine air energy. There's definitely some truth coming in. Alright, and I think there is an Aquarius for sure involved here. Gemini, Libra. Like Libra, this is a really interesting message here. The star card is about keeping hope, and I don't know if there's someone here who's a narcissist. I don't feel like this is a very good conversation. There's a lot of facts and truth. Now, I'm a water sign, so I'm kind of a pussy when it comes to things like that, but this looks like very harsh words. It's a very stern conversation that needs to happen in order for everyone to work together. And in order for hope to be renewed and restored here, I think this is 3 people. Whatever that might mean, it's a child for some of you. For others of you, it's just, it's someone, okay? Now, Libra, there is the Ace of Pentacles here and the King of Pentacles. So some of you guys are really, now there's an Aries too. So some of you guys, your boss is going to offer you something, or your father is going to offer you something. There's a father here with money issue. I don't know. It's about being stable though, Libra, okay, with your money. And there's something you need coming in here to you, all right? Something that you value. And you're being asked to very, very stably protect that, especially after coming out of this energy. Like, there's definitely something there's been too much conflict here. And I'm telling you, now look, there's these 3 people again. One of which, one is younger, and then there's these 2 parents. So I think for some of you, there might be a parent or something. There's the father of your children or the mother of your children is being really selfish or something like that. There's something going on here between 2 parents and a kid. Alright, where someone is left out in the cold. Someone's going to just take everything. Take the money and run. That's what this looks like. Take the money and run. No matter who's left out in the cold crying. No matter who's left without a home or a bed. Like, it's really strange. Some of you are just trying to keep hope and faith that everything's going to be okay financially. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. But something does need to change, Libra, financially. Especially when it comes to this deception. Someone just might be lying about how much money they have. They may be trying to get away with a financial shit. But at the end of the day, you guys have all these options. Okay, you guys are a bit overwhelmed emotionally, but you're going to be balancing that the most at the end of June, which is great. And remember, you're learning from all these fragments, Libra. You're learning from these pieces of the puzzle, turning things into from a micro sense to a macro sense, like getting the bigger picture, learning something new about how all this weaves together. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling a little bit of overwhelmingness. Okay, now you have the 6 of Cups here and the 7, okay, and you did have the 8. So I just think there's something here about the past. There's something here about your options, and there's something about walking away this month too. So that is what I have for you for June, Libra. Hopefully this helped. If this resonated and you would like me to take a personal look at your tarot energy, then please check my description box for any additional information that you may need. Even if you have questions, you can always email me. So guys, hopefully you have a great June. I will see you guys on the Sagittarius full moon in a few days. And if I don't see you there, then I'll talk to you in July. Bye!